Things are not looking good for Tether right now. The company feared major dumping from investors ahead of the cryptocurrency crash and is already taking preventative steps to deal with it. As a stablecoin, Tether needs its developers to keep reserves of stable assets so that the coin retains a fixed value. So what's the latest step that the company has taken to back the cryptocurrency? Keep watching to find out. First up, Tether pays out $10 billion to withdraw the currency. In what looked like a slow-motion bank run for Tether, the organization saw investors gradually pull away and look for more regulated options. As the biggest bank in the crypto space, this was pretty concerning, and since Tether has to have a certain minimum fixed value, it then falls on the company to sustain the value of $1 by buying up all the coins being sold. This has cost Tether a total of $10 billion so far. Of course, the whole amount wasn't paid right away. In fact, the payments were made in parts throughout the ongoing crypto crash that started in early May. The most recent payment was $1 billion, and the coins purchased were destroyed by the company. Much the same way, $1.5 billion were paid out 3 days before that, and the assets met the fate they were supposed to. Now, that's obviously not a small amount. In fact, the latest financial statements that Tether has released shows that these paid up $10 billion were equal to 1/8 of the company's original reserves. Apparently, Tether is always ready for situations like this. Much of the stablecoin's mechanism depends on reliable reserves that can easily be exchanged in order to keep its value. Tether has no shortage of those. In the statements released recently, the company shows that it backs its currency through U.S. Treasury bills, bonds, and other private companies, and about $5 billion of miscellaneous investments. This coin is also completely redeemable, which means buyers can easily sell their holdings back to the company in return for cash. Now, initially, Tether claimed that its stablecoin was backed by $1-to-1 US dollar, but when that claim was investigated, the directors admitted that this isn't always the case. And as part of that settlement, the organization was required to publish quarterly statements that showed exactly how Tether is protecting the depositors' money. According to the most recent statement, Tether owns $20 billion of its reserves in the form of commercial paper, $40 billion in the U.S. Treasury, $7 billion in money market funds, and another $7 billion in precious metals, corporate bonds, and more. But despite these assurances, depositors have still expressed some level of doubt on Tether's safety as a stablecoin company. And obviously, the previously debunked claims have only increased these feelings of hesitation. The question now is, will things get even worse for Tether? Will it have to dig into more of those reserves in order to maintain its integrity? Only time could tell. How have the other big players been hit by the crypto crash? Early in May, a major collapse took place in the world of crypto thanks to the crash of stablecoin UST and its support coin Luna. The pair went down from the top 10 cryptocurrencies to almost being went down. The impact of this crash was and is currently being felt by the entire market, and total influence has been valued at $2 trillion. Here's what happened with the big players like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and Solana. It has been reported that the crypto market has fallen from its peak of $3.1 trillion to $1.3 trillion in a matter of 8 months. Bitcoin saw its deepest plunge since the 2020 drop with a 40% price decrease. Things got so bad that some experts compared the crash to the 2008 global financial crisis. This is because, unlike the events of 2018 or 2020, more people than ever own coins like BTC, so any crashes are felt in not just the crypto market, but in the wider global market. As for Ethereum, the losses have been worse than any other big player. There's been a 65% fall from the all-time high price that was recorded last year. The founder of the blockchain organization, Gavin Woods, even issued a warning recently. He said that users must invest wisely, even if it's a phenomenal technology like crypto. He said that the technology only benefits those who use it wisely, and rash investments are the reason why crashes like this take place. Cardano also fell rapidly from the moment the crash became official. Same happened with Solana. Now, lessons from the recent crypto crash. Everything happens for a reason, and okay, we lost trillions of dollars in the recent market crash, but there's definitely a lesson to be learned from this deep tragedy. First and foremost, the crash simply reiterated what experts have pretty much gotten tired of reminding people. Cryptocurrency is highly volatile, and so it's very, very risky. Unlike traditional currency, there's nothing backing the value of cryptocurrency, and this value is entirely derived from the demand and supply of the currency. It's been advised that any newcomers to the world of crypto, even those who already have experience, shouldn't invest more than 15% of their entire assets. But the fact that crashes like this happen and millions of people suffer by losing most of their savings highlights the need for greater financial literacy. Simple warnings are obviously not working. Of course, people are free to use their money however they want to, but greater awareness could certainly help people to make better choices with their hard-earned savings. Secondly, we need more regulation. By design, cryptocurrency promotes the lack of regulation, because otherwise, how could it be different from fiat currency? For the developers of different coins, some rules may actually help out. If a coin is designed with some kind of backing like stablecoins are, the risk may actually be reduced. In that case, people would still be assured about the security of some some of their investments. And lastly, if we talk about the impacts of crashes, they're probably felt the most by those who borrow money in order to invest. This is what happened with many of Luna's investors as well. These people had paid for their holdings through their credit card, and when the coin suddenly collapsed, not only did the dreams of becoming richer come crashing down, but people also became indebted to big financial institutions. So in order to avoid situations like those, regulations on the use of borrowed money to pay for cryptocurrency may help. This isn't exactly possible with physical cash, but regulations can be imposed on credit cards and what users can and can't do with them. Now, in other crypto news, could Russia start accepting crypto as international payments? With all the bad news, a little good news for crypto investors should be shared by all means. Apparently, Russia is considering accepting crypto as international payment from its foreign buyers. The news comes at a time when the superpower is facing some tight sanctions from the Western world. The head of Russia's finance ministry's financial policy department said that the discussions had been going on for a while and may finally be the answer to Russia's prayers for increased international trade. If this actually happens, the prices of many major coins may go up and the crash may finally be settled once and for all. But at the same time, the country will also be regulating crypto because it has recently seen a surge in the energy consumption of crypto miners within the country. Apparently, crypto mining is taking up more electricity than agriculture in Russia, and that point toward a huge climate impact. So in order to reduce that, the country's officials think that regulating the mining of cryptocurrency is absolutely necessary. When on the one hand, Russia is promoting digital currencies, it's also taking steps like this that work against cryptos. So we can't really say if the country is looking to benefit investors in the future or not. And the newest addition to the crypto hype, what is Step N? Step N is a new game which rewards players with cryptocurrency for simply walking or running. It was founded by Satoshi Labs, which is a nod to the founder of the father of all cryptocurrencies, aka BTC. However, the game had to prevent users in China from accessing it. This is because the East Asian superpower has blocked all digital currencies from operating within its regions. So, if you're from China, we're sorry, you'll just have to wait on this one. Step N is actually growing in popularity because it encourages people to stay fit by offering rewards for it. People are gaining interest. It's possible that in the future, the game will have a well-established currency that'll rival those like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. The founders of this innovative crypto game say that they want to be the leader in the fitness games crypto space. That was it for today's video. What are your thoughts on the most recent crypto crash? Do you think there's something that can be learned from it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel where we post similar videos quite frequently. We'll see you in the next one.